Hello, thank you for dropping by. So today we're going to be talking about the Philippines, our country. So let's begin. Okay. So our country is a part of the continent Asia. The Philippines can be found in Southeast Asia. And you can see our country right here. It's the small group of islands. And a group of islands is called an archipelago. In our country, the Philippines, comprises of more than 7,000 islands. Our country has three main island groups: Luzon, this part, the northern part, Visayas, the middle part, and Mindanao, the southern part. So our national language is Filipino or Tagalog. However, English is also considered as one of our main languages. And the capital of the Philippines is in Luzon, and it's called Manila. It's where we live. So here I have a map of Manila, a simple map. And do you know where you live in Manila? Because I live here in Taguig, and I go to school all the way here in Manila. It's quite a drive going to school. Okay, so before we proceed to the second part, let's have a short review. What are the three main island groups of the Philippines? Yes, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And what is the capital of the Philippines? It's A, Davao, B, Luzon, C, Manila, or D, Cebu? It's C, Manila. Yay! Alright, moving on. What is the national language of the Philippines? Is it A, Tagalog, B, Filipino, C, Cebuano, or D, Ilonggo? It's B, Filipino! Alright, so now let's get to know our country more in this next part, the national symbols of the Philippines. So this is our national flag. It has 3 stars, 1 sun, a blue partition at the top, and a red one at the bottom. The stars symbolize the 3 main island groups of our country. Can you remember what they're called? Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So it's Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And the national anthem of our country is called Lupang Hinirang. Let's listen to that right now. Or if you want to, you can click the link and you'll be able to listen to the national anthem. So let's skip that for now. And moving on to more national symbols, our national tree is called Nara. It's one of the strongest and sturdiest trees there is in the world. Next, the sampaguita. It's our national flower. It's small and it has a sweet smell. Next is our national fruit. It's called a mango. That's why we have a lot of mango products here in the Philippines. We export mangoes to different countries around us as well. And our national bird is the Philippine eagle. It's one of the swiftest and strongest birds there is. And as for our national animal, we have the carabao. We usually see carabaos in grasslands or farms. Carabaos help the farmers tend to their farms. So they're very strong and sturdy animals as well. So let's do a review before we move on. What is the title of the Philippine national anthem? Is it A, Bayang Magilo, B, Lupang Hinirang, C, Perlas sa Silanganan, or D, Pambansang Awit? Definitely, it's B, Lupang Hinirang. There we go. Alright, so moving forward, what is the national flower of the Philippines? It's the sampaguita. The small white flower with a sweet smell. Alright, let's move forward. Now let's talk about what makes the Philippines special. Let's talk about the culture of the Philippines and the Filipinos. So the Philippines has many traditional clothes. Filipinos like wearing bright, happy colors and patterns. In this slide, we have two types of traditional clothing. The Barong Tagalog is typically worn by men, and while the Bar attire are typically worn by women. There, this is the Bar, this is the saya. Alright. Now, Filipinos love to dance. In this slide, we will watch two types of traditional dances. First will be Cariñosa, and the second will be Tinikling. So you can watch that on your own some other time. Let's move on. Okay, now another thing Filipinos love is food. Here we'll see some of the Philippines' famous delicacies like adobo, pancit, and sinigang. And sinigang comes in different forms. You can have pork in your sinigang, you can have beef in your sinigang, you can have seafood in your sinigang. Just let your imagination run wild. So again, before we move on to the next part, let's have a review. Name one Philippine traditional dance. What is your favorite Filipino food? Alright, for the last part of this presentation, we're going to take a tour around the Philippines. And we're going to view some of the beautiful wonders and natural wondrous sights. So for the first one, the Now Rice Terraces, it's located in Ifugao. The terraces are 2,000 years old, and they were carved by the ancestors of our indigenous people. I think I've gone there before, I don't remember. And for the second part, Mayon Volcano. So as you can see, it's absolutely scenic. This can be found in Albay and the Bicol region. And the Chocolate Hills. And they're not actually made of chocolate. They're just hills. They just look like chocolate. I think they change color throughout the year. It's a natural wonder that can be found in Bohol. It's in Visayas. I went there on a field trip once in high school because we lived an hour away from Bohol. It was fun. And the last part, and probably the most beloved island in our country by people all over the world, is called Palawan Island. As you know, we have a lot of famous, beautiful beaches here in the Philippines, and this is probably one of the best. So, again, before we end our session, let's have another short review. Name one famous landmark in the Philippines. And have you visited any of our famous landmarks? And thank you for listening and participating. I hope this presentation made you appreciate our country more. Until next time.